Medical, you're asking if they keep their dodge as undead. I would doubt that very much. $23 is a lot, though. That is a lot of nerds. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. One, two, space. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the necromancer? One of these squares. It's pretty cool that you can actually get a mission like this in the south. So I think the necromancer must be in that square at the top. If you look at where those guys went. Right, so then that means archers to the north. There he is! Get that bastard! Shot Ostfries. Not bad for a new lad. Let's wait till these guys get closer. And Stobbie can't actually disarm. Doesn't have the space in the inventory. I think he's fine to stay where he is. Or do we just close up the formation? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With crossbowmen here, I can get a shot on him. But then he just gets closed in on there, so that's not going to work. You know, shields to hold true. Shit, the northern flank's going to be a problem. I just don't have enough bodies. Actually, what is Emery doing? He should be trying to get in range of that necromancer. Oh boy. I'm a Ron White fan. I just didn't get the reference though. I don't think if that's from a special, it's not one that I've seen. Oh, why couldn't it have stunned there? No! Oh! Fuck, 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I gonna do? Good blocking. Ugh. Why is it the horrible two-handed weapon that ends up hitting? Why? Now. Shot. I've heard that story. I don't remember the details though. The thrown out of a bar story. Okay, Emery, you're going to try and go straight through the middle here. Seeing these kind of enemies reminds me of why I liked having torturers so much. With the quick hands and the cleaver and whip usage, just disarm a high danger target. Well, we're not going for one of those in this playthrough though. Good dodging. I think 2, 3, 4. I'm not far enough away. He's still going to run at my crossbowman. Okay, we might be okay. If that one engages here, then we're in good shape. Good. Keep focusing the two-handed enemies. Give the necromancer more one-handed weapon targets for him to buff. Good reaping. Oh. We are killing them quick enough that he really can't do much. Shot. Grab a breather, lads, quickly. Alright lads, one more crossbow bolt, here we go. I wonder if this would have actually counted towards our ambition. Or whether this counts as a nomad mission or undead mission. Because the mission said clear nomads, but then there were actually undead in there. Doesn't matter now. Oh yeah, dagger users are amazing. And I don't know if you actually saw the stats on that legendary dagger we have. It is bonkers. It basically does the amount of damage as a noble sword. Right, we're almost there. I wish I'd gone for bow users. Well, if we're going to hire 2 more ranged lads, it's pretty clear that we need to make the next 2 bow users. Because these crossbows are nice as like a, you know, starter kit. Starter ranged guys, but you do need the bows. It makes so many battles so much easier. That was nice damage. Yes, there we go. Yeah, I've got the guns, but I mean, increasingly, I'm preferring the higher single target damage. A couple fights ago, we fought 31 undead, I think it was, and the guns were wonderful. Then, when you have, you know, what you can conservatively say is a target-rich environment. I suppose the truth is I'm still getting to grips with using the guns, but I do like them. They are great. I think once we have 4 ranged guys, 2 of which will be bow users and 2 are currently crossbow specialists, but once we have 2 fully leveled bow specialists, maybe then I can justify having the guys who are currently using crossbows just dedicated gun users. Oh, that's right, yeah, for the Necro, you technically ignore the cover he's behind. It would, however, just be quite a challenge, oopsie, wrong button, getting them close enough with the guns. The challenge for me with the Necromancer is always just getting in range, which is right now what I would want the most out of a bow user. Just being able to shoot the 8 tiles. Dodging. Oh, close. I haven't yet fought any southern gunners, but yeah, as you say, we need to be able to outrange them, and that is absolutely what our 2 bow users are going to be for. That's going to be their main job, is going to be outranging enemy handgunners. What's up, Martin? Well fought, boys. Well fought. 200 safes. And those are nice damage, eh? I mean, it's 2 swings, so 100 to 140. Those safes are just no good against any kind of armor. In any event, let's just keep grinding out missions here in the south. My day is going spectacularly. Today is day 1 of my 2 weeks of annual leave from work. So I spent the whole day playing Dodo with my friends. It's wonderful. I did briefly consider doing 2 streams a day, but I've got way too much admin around the house to do. I have to fix my standing desk, loads of things. I wasn't doing ability draft. I was just practicing, really, just normal unranked. I'm trying to shift my hero pool that I play, because I've been playing for ages, and the heroes that I play the best are Ogre Magi, Crystal Maiden, Ancient Apparition, and 2 out of 3 of those. Goblins we could do, Wild Beasts, lacks Competent Archers, 3 men to master, actually 3 men to master bow or crossbow. This is the easiest now. Well, Frosty, if you remember, I did my Ember match for All Hero Challenge. Yeah, I also adore Ogre, but I played a bit of Treant Protector today, and I felt like Treant is actually better than Ogre in the laning phase, and actually gives more teamfight utility. I mean, Ogre is great when I build Midas on him and get multicast, get loads of items, but, you know. So yeah, I'm trying to shift my hero pool to some more useful heroes. I'm trying to play more Jakiro. Jakiro is, you know, not the sexiest hero, but he's just reliable, you know, and tough. Great AoE spells. Actually, Frosty, I don't know if you saw in one of the recent in-houses, I actually played Carry Terrorblade. I haven't played Carry in a long time. Every time I play Carry, I get a little taste for hitting creeps, and I'm like, ooh, Stobbie hit creeps and he liked it. Goblins. Fecking goblins. Now, Ostfries, we're going to make bow specialist, so we need 1 more bow lad. Honestly, Frosty, I'm never going to play Invoker. I'm such a fat finger candidate. I think I might actually stream the in-houses tomorrow night. The thing is, though, there's typically 3 games, but I typically play in one of the 3 games. So I might try casting the other 2. Orbis. We actually don't need to overthink this too much. It's just wolf riders and some ambushes. So just slaughter the wolf riders ASAP and then just charge the bowmen. There's only 2 of them? Oh. I don't know, Malachor. I tried to play a bit of Thea 2 the other day, but I just got bored of it. Like, I mean, there's so many aspects of Thea 2 that I love, but the combat is my least favorite part of it. I could start playing some Magic the Gathering arena, but as a free-to-play player, you have so little that you can do. I think I might do some Crusader Kings. I feel like Crusader Kings will be very much on brand for the channel as well. Oh, shot! I saw that Sips managed to conquer the whole map in a recent stream. Turned it all into Peter Pennywhacker Town. His nudist colony took over the whole world. Love Sips. Such a nutter. Done shot. Ooh, that's true, Martin. Name people after viewers. And we can make a country called the Glorious People's Free Republic of Stobbie. But if I'm going to play CK3, then I definitely want to be going for the Rule Britannia start. Frosty, I'm giving you an Australian warning. It's bannable offence in this chat. I kid the Aussies. Like, as a South African, I'm culturally obliged to dislike Aussies, but I never met an Aussie I didn't like. They're just good bants lads. They're practically South African. Speaking of Australians, I think one of the best YouTube channels at the moment is called Nat's What I Reckon. Let me link you guys this channel. God, he's funny. He's an Australian. He's actually like a stand-up comic and a musician, but he does, of all things, where's Nat's What I Reckon? Here we go. He does cooking show. So good. But it's like a cooking show done in Australian way. So it's like, get a fucking chook, bang it in the pot. Like that. Ugh. I don't know. Viva la bang. A friend of mine actually moved to Sydney, and he was saying that if you get used to the whole nanny state thing, it's a great place to live. But we're both motorcyclists, and he says it gets annoying where you're just out riding your motorcycle and the cops will just pull you over and just like warn you to not be a hooligan. It's like, what? If you don't see me being naughty on my bike, then leave me the hell alone, please. I think I need to do a VOD for you guys. I want to show off the custom detailing work I had done on my Ducati. The old girl was looking a bit rough, so I had all the plastics on the bike. Hydro dipped to make it look like it's in carbon fiber. So now it's this beautiful red Ducati monster that's all just like red and carbon fiber and black. Oh, so hot. Oh, I love my bike. Food wise, we're okay. So we're in a bit of a weird spot now because I want to hire a 4th ranged specialist. But until we actually replace our 2 goons, I don't have space. Ostfries is a ranged lad. I think we build him as a hybrid ranged, so bows and throwing weapons. So that means, yeah, we're going to need quick hands. I think he can get away with not needing gifted, although bullseye is good. Do I want fast adaptation? That depends. Let's see. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 7 more level ups, an average of 4.5. So let's just call it 7 times 4, 28. 70 to 80 something, 90. I think he's on the low end of what I would want an archer, but I still don't think he needs fast adaptation. I think he'll take executioner. Yeah, the archers will definitely take executioner, and then they will shoot at the targets that the crossbowmen hit. Arguably I could have picked up bullseye because I'm going to need it anyway, but my range skill is so low that it's not terribly useful right now. Range of 7 tiles. Guess who's going to go? Muzuma, we're going to sacrifice eventually to get Davkul armor. Kratox needs to be replaced. Sparrow 4's a keeper. Enko is our replacement for Muzuma. The whole roster is just clogged up with sacrifices and lads who need to get their retirement. So I think we need to spend as much time in the wild now as possible. That's when we have the best chance of getting sacrifice events. Is he coming for us? He is coming for us. So many outlaws. It's only a few archers. I think this setup here will be fine. Okay, let's just take a note here. Both our polearm lads are fully leveled. Oh yeah, Mizuma is an absolute beast. The thing is though, it's very unfortunate that he became the prophet. I need Martin to take over as prophet. I mean, once we have a bannerman who's a prophet of Davkul, what do you get additionally as for being a prophet? Stats wise, that's 5-5, 22, 10. 5-5, 22, 10, yeah, that's the same. It's just the AoE usage, excuse me. Which actually makes me think that I would very much appreciate the ability to like nominate a prophet and not just have it be random. Because it is random, which is a little frustrating. Surface, yes, they do work. Some mods break some achievements, but you just kind of have to find out. The only achievement I know or I've read people struggling with is the Lone Wolf achievement, which is get your Lone Wolf up to level 11. Some people were saying it doesn't work if you have certain mods running. And the solution that I read was that you have to reinstall with no mods, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, you are correct. I mean, it doesn't have AoE, that is true. But, I mean, you know, having my tank use it I want him using his AP to be using taunt, to be using shield up, to be using all that type of stuff. I don't want my tank to be spending AP, giving everybody fatigue. I think we can all agree that Bannerman is the ideal person to use Voice of Davkul, because then he's either just spamming fatigue for everyone or rallying them. And your Bannermen don't typically have the best combat stats, so I feel like we should be using guns here. Let's use guns. Okay, that wasn't ours, thank goodness. So lads, speaking of CK3, I think I can do CK3 streams either in the evenings coming soon, or I can stream CK during the day and Battle Brothers at night. Don't damage his armor, you tit. I want that armor. But I think what I'll do with CK is I will play it completely blind, which is like, you know, first episode will be literally doing the tutorial and all that type of stuff. I always find that quite interesting. I personally quite like watching streamers get to grips with the game. That's something that Day 9 is so good at. Shit, stay with the fucking crossbows, honestly. Oh. So, lads, remind me, didn't Overwhelm used to confer defense malice as well? I seem to remember it used to lower your defense, and then that got patched out. I really wish they would bring that back, because now overwhelming is so underwhelming. Look at that. Rondell daggers. Yes! Stabby, stab, stab, stab. I legitimately want to see a playthrough where you do peasants and you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up front. You just alternate axe, dagger, axe, dagger, axe, dagger, axe, dagger, axe. Oof. It would be quite dependent on finding lads who can be, you know, half decent with daggers. But my word, you would shred organic targets. And I'd be most interested to test the economic impact of that kind of tactic. Because, I mean, you would be picking up a lot more weapons and armor. Zap Brennigan. Oh, Zap. It was tragic when he died in XCOM. Thunk. With the introduction of these, you know, firework spears, I think you can make a good argument for taking spear specialization on your, you know, just, I call them goons, whatever your guys are who you intend to replace. Early game lads. Because, I mean, fine, you got to buy those spears, but, you know, the utility of being able to use the little firework burst, it's bloody great. It's really great. It's only once off, though, but it's a bit of AoE. I mean, they're basically boar spears with a little firework on the end. Nice. Southern Longmail. With the introduction of this Southern Longmail is becoming the pretty basic entry-level heavy armor. I don't think so. That's a good question, Malakor. It's a very good question. I don't know, if I'm honest. the southern mace that's worth repairing. This. I think we kind of leave his defense, melee defense at 40. If we just bear in mind that everything above 40 drops off exponentially. Right. Well done, man. Ooh, a 3 skull. Gimme. 3 skull orcs. That could be quite challenging. We might have to pull some reinforcements in there. 5 days. Oh, baby. Gimme that. I should just take a look at this map. Because it's, when I was experimenting offline, it reminded me of something. Ooh, who is this? Reinhardt, two-handed. Show him the darkness. Yes. Right. Whoever's watching who hasn't been given a brother yet. But let me go back to my point. So in a recent offline campaign, I had a map where there was a mountain range literally bisecting the entire map. Which is obviously a bummer because you have to cross the mountains. Let's see, Jumis got in there first. Sorry, Malakor, Jumis got in first. So back to my point, I had a map where I had a mountain range cutting the northern part off from the southern part of the map. Downside is you have to cross the mountains, which sucks. The plus side is, if let's say these two villages are cut off by mountains and you know the road goes along like that, you take a delivery mission, it'll say, you know, it'll calculate the amount of time by the road, and it'll say, you know, from Wolkenberg, it'll say deliver to Tannenweiler, 7 days to the south. You just pop over the mountains within 1 day, and you get a nice big payday. So, tip for you guys when you're evaluating your map when it generates. Not so much Donkey. We have done, let's see, an hour and a half tonight. We're pretty much up to date. Let's see, Jumis 7. So I think he's our mace lad. Let's just take a look at who our two-handers are. We've got two-handed mace lad, two-handed flail lad. Jumis, I seem to recall. We'll level him up and see how he goes. Well, Jumis, unfortunately, I kind of don't need you. I mean, his stars are decent. I tell you what, we will level up Jolly Rogers, Pebbles Walrus, and Jumis, all to level 11, and then we'll just see whichever one between the four. Look, currently we have 4 two-handers. We've got Arbus, we've got Jumis, Pebbles, and Jolly. We only need 3. We need 2 flails and 1 two-handed mace. We'll level them all up. And we'll see which one has the lowest stats and then replace one of them. Or we ditch Venthorn. And instead of going tank, dagger, mace, dagger, tank, we can drop 1 dagger user and have 2 two-handed mace guys with only 1 dagger guy in between them. I suppose so, Donkey, but the problem with doing Witch Hut early is it's just going to get us a dagger that's crapper than any dagger we already have. So look at the Grizzly Backstabber, 36 to 54. So the Witch Hut dagger is slightly less damage than a Rondel, and it raises a zombie. And bear in mind, the zombie that raises, you then don't get its armor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. You don't get the armor. $188, that's a good price for trading goods. I may well be wrong about it being worse than the Rondel. I'd be more than happy to believe that I'm wrong about that. Okay, so we got a kite shields. I mean, the problem with fighting raiders is, and deciding whether to go kites or heaters, is always that you only get the answer once you know what they have. If they have 5 tier 2 crossbows, then you should have gone kites. Don't tell me they're not going to come towards us. Okay, we have to run at these lads. I am seeing a couple lads without shields on the front line, which means that our crossbow should do well. Let's go 3 squares forward. 1, 2, 3. Dang it. Shot. Yeah, high ground. Yes, sorry, White, I couldn't stream last night. What was last night? Sunday. What doing last night? I forget. Oh, good hit. I probably should have gone for that crossbowman, see if I can finish him off, but an exposed lad without a shield. Take that shot. Are we? Wait, did I stream? I did stream last night. Oh yeah, Twitch was acting up last night. That's right. We streamed for like less than an hour, but then I kept having terrible connection, so I need to actually get hold of my ISP. It's either my ISP that's giving me issues, or Twitch is just being twitchy. Are we? That's a problem. We need to dagger him down. I don't know whether Stobbie should actually be starting with a rondel. What I'm not doing is paying attention to the enemy types. Because with this enemy type, with raiders, I shouldn't be starting with that dagger. I should be starting with the rondel out. Look at that damage. It's really good. Damn it. Oh, Emery. He's starting to become a competent archer. Or crossbowman, I should say. This, I think, is fine. Just not get Marden forward. He's got dodge plus 10 melee. The only kind of squad I haven't yet had any success with is a entirely light armor, entirely dodge type of squad. Which we're going to have to try at some point. If it's going to be any kind of origin, it would have to be peasants. Hire a bunch of thieves. Anyone with high initiative. I mean, just wondering what I would do then if I were to make frontline dodgy. You'd level them with dodge, with... where is it? With relentless. Then every couple turns they would have to use recover just to get their initiative back. Oh! How's that damage? But again, the problem you always have with those dodgy builds is that you just get one unlucky hit from a two-hander and that lad is just wrecked. No. Headshot, very nice. It's worth pointing out that our shield breakers are slowly getting up there in levels. Oh, that's a monolith tank. Oof. Oh! I mean, guns are the new hotness, but I have my crossbows. And a lot of players realize that in most situations you want to be doing more single target damage. Just targeting down particular enemies than doing spread AoE damage. For the most part. Overall, I'm not convinced Fearsome was worth picking up, but we shouldn't judge that until we fought some very big scary organics like Lindworm. But then again, Lindworm have like 200 resolve, so you're not really going to be able to break them. He did solo Kraken. What do you mean with one brother? Impressive. You don't get an achievement for doing that solo, do you? Is there an achievement saying? Oh, you mean like for personal achievement? Okay. As always, I'll say the same thing when I hear stuff like that. Well done. It's never going to be me. I'll never do stuff like that. But the fact that it's even possible is amazing. I like his thinking of the zero fatigue build, like that sort of thinking out the box stuff. That's cool. Well, this playthrough, we are going to give a try to the Lindworm Acid and Goblin Pike strategy, basically. Well fought, everyone. Didn't get anything that valuable, but there's some nice weapons there. Game, please give me an auto sort by value. That would be wonderful. Please and thank you. The charges are worth more. 200, 200. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It's with Gobbo necklace and pole, hammer, and whip. Is that how Filthy did it? Oh, what is this? Ugh, okay, this is a bummer of a fight. Let's see, Monolith Tank Lad. So he's going to need Underdog. But let's put our best in this fight. Let's get there we go, you lads in. It's a nighttime fight, so I think the ranged lads can actually sit this one out. With the exception of Z-Dog, I think. But whose armor is damaged? Yes, thank you, Junus, for reminding me. The Rondel will perform much better. Correct. Might as well get a crossbow shot or two off. I think for this fight, the front line, for the most part, just keep their shields up. The back line should be well placed to do nice damage here. I should actually get my hands on another one of these bullhooks. And I need to retrain Wolfgang. But making that retrain potion. Oof. Okay. It's a daytime fight, that's good. Right, men, hold. Hold. except Malachor kind of, but I mean I have shield expert on the goons and the dagger lads, so the heaters are actually pretty durable. So I normally don't like moving forward into these lads, but I can catch these guys here with these out, so I think it's worth it this time. And I think this might be a gunfight here. Move down, down, down. There's the problem. Mazuma, I think just wait, you hold position. Lads. This kind of fight where I wish I had my two-handed maces. One down, 16 to go. A lot of reavers. Owie. Well, Donkey, you keep talking about whipping the head. Do you mean with head? Well, headhunter, but because when you hit it, normally hits the body, but you've only got 25% chance to actually hit the head. So that seems pretty low. I suppose I should just watch Filthy's video and see how he did it. Underwhelming. Actually, no, going there is crazy. Let these lads do some damage to these caravan hands. That's what you get, yes, boys. Now, before I even say it,
remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
The lads are doing really well. I think the drummers actually pull out whips if you get into melee range, don't they? But that being said, we don't particularly need more whips. We've got enough whips. Some of the javelin, some of the, barbarian throwing weapons would have been great to get our hands on. Remember, I've got 2 hybrid archers, so heavy barbarian throwing weapons would be great. But realistically, until I have my mace guy operating, you're not going to get their throwing weapons. You need to stun lock them while they're holding the throwing weapons. No, board warlock.
Ooh, you know he did.
That was a triple kill. Yes, orc flail is absolutely what we want to do. But more than anything, I hope we can get our hands on some famed two-handed flails. Ideally with increased base damage. That would be the best. This Chad of a caravan hand just dodges the chosen. I think there I noticed the difference of Fearsome. His morale broke very quickly. I think it's, is it 30% base or if it's stun on a hit to the head? I think it's stun on headshot. So what would be the dream is if you can get a killer on the run and you convert him to be a cultist, he keeps his extra chance to hit the head. I think with a killer on the run you've got a 40% chance to hit the head with a two-handed flail. 30% chance to stun on a hit. Okay, no, so it seems to be just a base 30% stun chance. Well done, boys. I think don't even chase them. Excellent. That went surprisingly well. Well fought, my lads. Oh yeah, give me those throwing weapons. Sexy. What is worth the least? That's worth the least. Round shields are garbage. Tools are worth their weight in gold. $140. Oh, 650. Yes, please. Well done, boys. Wait, that's not right. Ranged, ranged, ranged. Yeah. Well, Emery's almost level 11 and we can start having him sit in reserve. Pull him out only when we need him. Much further. Okay, I don't do this fight right now. YouTube folks, let's take a little break. When we come back, we're going to have to defend this caravan from goblins, but it's an even spread of the three types, and I have every confidence in the lads. Vensthorn with a shield. Ostfries has got quick hands, so let's actually go ahead and give him these heavy throwing weapons. They're amazing. Right.